right. Good evening and welcome to those of you seated in the sanctuary and those of you, I got the cue, we're live online. Love streamers, good to see you. I'm Reverend Keith. This is, of course, our Soul Center midweek meditation service. And for those of you who are here, if you could just absolutely make sure that all cellular devices are either off, are in meditation mode, also known as airplane mode. For those of you streaming in live, that might just be putting it on Do Not Disturb as we get ready to move into Do Not Disturb. With that, I'm going to welcome you, and I am going to turn it over for our reading and our evocation.
Good evening. My name is Param. And our reading this evening is from The Art of Power by Thich Nhat Hanh. When we meditate, we look deeply to nourish our joy and peace, and to embrace our suffering and transform it into wisdom and liberation. Love is not different from meditation. It is what we do with our love that makes it into a spiritual power. Our aim is to transform our limited love into true love, boundless love, transformation, and healing. At first, people are infatuated with an image they see as beautiful. They want to possess this image, and they suffer because of this. But after they wake up and see that it is a deception, they push away this image to look for another object of infatuation. They may wander their whole lives, from lifetime to lifetime, unable to find the real object of their love. But if we can find someone who has a steady faith in their own goodness, beauty, and truth, we can look at this person as a reflection of ourselves in order to return to ourselves and be in touch with the basic goodness, beauty, and truth in us. Then we will be happy. We will be able to put an end to our wandering. We can become one who loves all beings, not just one person. We become someone who serves others. So let's take a moment in prayer. Oh, it is with a deep and delicious gratitude that I find myself here this evening, being called to speak a word of truth, to speak a word of prayer and blessing on this gathering. I'm grateful for Soul Center. Grateful for this community, for Reverend Keith, for our founders, and each and every member of this community here and all over the world. I recognize that we share one source, that we are one in essence with the Father of all creation. We are that which is infinite and pure and boundless. We are God in form. And we are all one. All one. And it is this oneness that I'm called to just speak a word of blessing on our gathering tonight. I bless Reverend Keith, and I bless the deep meditation that each and every one of us are going to experience deliciously, as if it were the first time we were ever meditating. I bless the insights, the ahas, and even maybe the snores or snoozes. Whatever arises, it is good, it is God. And I bless it. I simply say amen.
Amen. Thank you, Pearl. Beautiful. You know that prayer and meditation, they vibrate in the same field of frequency, and both are transcendent to take us outside of space and time And when you move outside of space and time, you automatically get nirvana. You automatically get what in the Zen Buddhist teachings would be non-attachment. When you move into that space of grace where I am not attached to allowing the physical world to be that which satiates me, but the infinite eternal world which satiates through me, and we get to put the cart behind the horse again, meaning that most people have adopted this idea that we're going to go out into the world and we're going to make things happen. I'm going to acquire the talents and the gifts and the abilities to do this type of profession, this job, this sport, whatever it may be, and then I'm going to get the stuff from that mechanical making, and then I will be satiated. And true satiation can only come from an indwelling presence of divine receptivity, and reversing it out where it's like, as I allow the divine idea to flow through me, all of the material world comes to me. And it is very much like Christmas, where you get to open a bunch of gifts that Santa Claus or St. Claus brought. But we know that this is really just the law of creation, bringing forward. If you were to follow the law of creation, there's a divine idea that comes into your awareness to activate an availability and an embracing, not a making and a manufacturing through efforting of that. The law of creation will go before us and do all the heavy lifting and return it to us. That's the serendipitous nature of life. And so the more we let go and acclimate to those energies, where you get to experience things showing up out of nowhere, the thing that you were kind of like, oh, wouldn't that be nice? And then it shows up before you. That's not the exception. That's actually the rule of law, spiritual law, universal law. So we sometimes have to kind of give ourselves a little tap on the wrist where it's like, oh, was I trying to make stuff happen? Or am I moving into an allowing of it to happen? It does take getting used to. And so nothing better than just relaxing and allowing that to be. In essence, that's what Thich Nhat Hanh was referring to about non-attachment in the reading. And so I want to welcome you to a time where we're just going to allow ourselves to move deep into that space of grace and the very experience of non-attachment, of not worshiping false idols. That is a powerful place to be. So with that being said, I'm going to invite you to get ready. And we're going to move into the meditation field. We're going to go ahead and dim the lights here in the sanctuary. And we are now ready to begin. As always, we begin by giving ourselves permission to relax, giving ourselves permission to bathe in freedom and spaciousness. Just saying to ourselves and our minds, I give myself permission to relax and bathe in freedom and spaciousness. We have no place to go. We have nothing to do. As we invite, as we evoke, as we allow the divine energies, the eternal frequencies, the angelic light of love and peace, beauty and joy, tranquility and serenity, clarity and optimism to wash over us and rise up from within us, knowing we have everything we need to transcend into our natural state of being. I invite you to become aware of your breath, your breathing, solely through intention, no efforting, just intending that our breath, with every cycle of breathing, becomes deeper and fresher and wider. And we are only inhaling the breath of light, the eternal. Imagine a wave of light, angelic phosphorescent light, cascading over you. And as you inhale, you can feel it flooding down into your heart. And as we exhale, without needing to get rid of anything, we let go of attachments. We let go of tethers and ties to the temporal world. Exhaling, we let go of any unforgiveness, any judgments, concerns. As we inhale, waves of clarity and liberation. Exhaling, we let go of to-dos and what was. As we inhale, timelessness, spaciousness. Exhaling, we can feel the density of the material world beginning to lift. As we feel the expanse of divinity expanding. You begin to notice that our breath and breathing, each cycle taking us deeper and higher, as they have merged into one. The exhalation, the inhalation, orbiting and expanding as the breath of light spreads throughout the physical, emotional, and mental bodies. You can feel the density releasing from your feet. You can feel all the muscles in your calves and shins relaxing, softening, vitalizing, rejuvenating. All the channels and meridians are flowing with energy of homeostasis, As that energy flows into the thighs and hamstrings. Rising into the hips. The luminosity is growing. The weightlessness, the angelic energy rising up your spine, into your core, and you can feel your heart stretching, opening, widening. The eternal energy of peace and joy, love and beauty, expanding. Your shoulders, the arms, feel the lightness of being. On the inner eye, the imagination opening, attuned only to seeing the divine idea of our lives. The inner ear opening, attuning to the voice of God, the soul, absolute truth. And the surface mind, absolutely surrendering, attuning into oneness with providence. The entire emotional body recalibrating and returning to the highest frequency of compassion, love and divine strength. And the mental body fully merging into knowingness beyond words, the wisdom of divine illumination. We can feel a lightness of being that is expanding. As we open to the vision of that which is seeking to emerge and express itself for our highest good. Thy will be done. Waves of joy flowing through our entire being. And it is here, in the vibration of creation, the energy of our soul, that we allow ourselves to rest, rejuvenate, and relax in the stillness. Going even deeper, rising even higher. I invite you to become aware of the flow of life force, the chi, the shakti, the prana, that only serves one purpose: to circulate good, to circulate blessings. There are blessings, ceaseless, bountiful blessings, that have your name on them. Uninhibited, unconstricted. Some that may have been deflected, but never cease to exist. I invite you to open into a divine state of receptivity, to become aware of the blessings, and allow them to flow to you and through you. And just witness what are the divine impulses, the blessings that are seeking to have their expression through you. No need to search. Just observe and receive. You may see colors, or just feel tingles. You may see symbols or signs, or images. Feel the energy of creation, the energy of blessings, coursing through the channels and meridians of your energy body. Allow yourself to be fully immersed, saturated. I invite you to become aware of your spiritual DNA, the brilliance, the perfection, the perfect blueprint of your physical, emotional, and mental body. Just observing the beginning, the pristine nature of all tendons, ligaments, joints, organs, tissues. Allow a reverting back the origins of homeostasis, vitality and wellness. We can feel that energy flowing through our circulatory system, breathing through our respiratory system, rejuvenating our emotionality and illuminating our mentality. We're all are one. waves of life force. Expanding the radiance, the resplendence. And you can see that energy rippling out into your body of affairs. Every endeavor, activity, and relationship fully enveloped in harmony, symbiosis, synergy, oneness. Feel your entire body of affairs, every adventure, all encounters, flooding with reverence and respect, kindness and generosity, nurturance and nourishment. And you begin to feel the cycle of giving and receiving, receiving and giving. You can feel the oneness and the harmonizing flow of balance. Everything throughout your entire life brought into balance. I invite you to become aware of the energy, the nuance of life force that we call abundance. The abundant supply of creation. A universal supply of circulation, and allow that energy to flood every morsel of your being. The abundance of time as timelessness. The abundance of prosperity as generosity and goodness. The abundance of love as exchanged between others and ourselves. The abundance of resources, ceaseless. The abundance of nurturance and support. It is pure, it is empowering, and it brings us back to innocence. And I invite you to feel the energy of awe, gratitude. All of these energies converging in your entire beingness, your central core. And right now, each of us allowing an expansion to hold more good in our human experience than ever before. As we feel that gratitude beginning to well up, knowing that there is one power, one presence, one light, one love. We call it God or the universe, the one. It is omniamorous, all-loving, never judging, never withholding, only giving, only expanding. That is the nature of life, life eternal. It is the nature of the divine. It is the nature of our soul. We are one with the one, formed and fashioned from the very angelic light of that which we call God. We choose to personify, to personalize that our human expression is that of being in the world of singularity, the absolute, but not of the world of duality. We anchor singularity in duality. We take a moment. We allow ourselves to feel that chi, that prana, that life force cascading over us, around us, through us, tangibly tingling, moving down through our crown and scalp, over our brow and mind's eye, down into our cheeks and jawbone, the back of our neck and shoulders, down through our torso and arms. Allow every morsel and muscle to be familiar with the eternal as it makes its way through your hips and legs and feet. Cascading waves of energy and light, making its way all the way down to your 10th chakra, at the bottom of your energy field. We call it our Earth Star, where we, each and every one of us, anchor, ground, heaven on earth, the blessings that are seeking to caress and express through our being and bones. We ground it. We feel the energy of benevolent satiation, divine fulfillment, that is eagerly insisting upon our acceptance of good. We ground it. We allow this life, this body, these relationships to be filled to overflowing with the purity of our own divinity, individually and collectively. And it is from a place of deep and abiding thanksgiving, knowing that the highest, greatest, grandest vision and version of our lives that already exists in the mind of the divine, of our soul, we are allowing it to have its way. We ground it so, we claim it so. We allow it to be so benevolently, immaculately, and beautifully by saying, and so I let it be.
So I let it be.
Amen. And as we come back into a lucid state of divine awareness, if If you want to just sit and chill for a little bit, you can. If you want to give a little extra grounding by taking opposite hand to opposite knee, just kind of balances the energy. I'm going to welcome you back, and we're going to bring up the lights in a moment. And welcome back. This completes the deliberate meditation portion of our evening. As always, this is Soul Center. We are a spiritual community and a nonprofit. If you want to feel compelled in any way to make a donation to our community, you can see on the screen. For those of you at home, you can text, you can take your phone and take a picture of the QR code or bring that up. You can also Venmo or mail checks if you want to. We bring the service on Wednesdays, no strings, but many people do like to contribute. So if you want to, great. For those of you here, there's a box at the back of the room for cash and checks. Whatever feels right and good to you. We are here Monday, we're here Wednesday. We're here Wednesdays from 6:45 to 7:30. So of course, Sunday, we have our meditation service, a little bit shorter than this one, from 10 to 10:25. And then we have our music and our message at 10:30. We're going to have a grand and glorious, we've got the amazing Arne Batson joining us this Sunday. So we'll be having a lot of fun here. If you are in the Southern California area, please come into Irvine, 45 minutes south of LA. You can come and join us, or you can continue to love stream online. We would love to give you a warm and welcoming greeting when you come here in person. And we look forward to seeing you. Tomorrow, of course, is the Daily Affirmative Prayer Call, 9:30 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time. And with that, I bid you all so much love and gratitude for a glorious and beautiful evening, or morning, depending on your time zone. And all right, we are complete until manana for prayer and next week here.